We've also had some nice things happen to us in the way of voter registration. In the 2008 election, for example, Iowa ranked 5th in the nation for the percentage of people who participated in that election. That's fantastic. When you consider about the record turnouts that we had in the United States, percentage-wise, Iowa was 5th in the nation. We also had another distinction put upon our state, which I think is even better than that, because you know we have lots of military and lots of people working overseas, especially with the war in Afghanistan and Iraq. We were selected #1 in the nation for ease of voting for people that are in the military and overseas. We think those are good things that we should make the people aware of. So that's a nice thing. We've also put into place what's called an electronic poll book. You know, when you go to your election site, and you give them your name and they look you up. County auditors at their discretion can get in this electronic poll book, which is basically a laptop computer that's able to look up the names, be able to make that determination, are they in the right precinct, are they the right person, and it issues all those points for them so that the ballot can be done in a user-friendly manner and eliminate any potential for error. So we got all those things happening out there that we all feel they're good. And with the election process being the way it is today, with so many close elections, voter verified paper trail is so important that we have that so that you can go back and you can reconcile that election. Integrity and the process is so important. If we have integrity in that process, if the voter feels comfortable with what they're doing, that's also important. And then we can work good with the county auditors. And those county auditors out there in each and every one of those counties, believe me, they have a big job in recruiting election officials, handling election officials, making sure that they're trained in a short period of time in order to handle the crowds that we have on election day. In a week from Saturday is the caucuses. You know, a year or two ago, the caucuses were big. I don't know if you ever went to your caucuses, either on the Republican or Democratic side, but there were big crowds there because it was a presidential year. This is called the off-year caucus, but it's still important that people go to that caucus process. There'll be neighborhood meetings, and if you wanted to find out where yours is at, you can go out to our Secretary of State's webpage and click on caucus locations, and it'll take you to the Republican Party webpage and the Democratic Party webpage, and you can click on to see where your caucus is at. Now, caucus is a neighborhood meeting that you go to, and they'll discuss issues of your party. You can sign nomination papers for people running for office, and you can discuss issues and elect delegates to the county and state convention. That's the next thing that's on the calendar for January 23rd. And then as we get going into the election year, the next big election will be the primary election coming up in June, where the Republican and Democratic Party will be selecting candidates to go on for the November election. And of course, the November election is when we're going to have our U.S. Senate race, our congressional races, governor's races, all the state house races will be on in that November election. So we feel that we have lots of good things happening. We feel we can make things better. We want to make things better, but the important thing is to let people in the state of Iowa know. That's why I thank you for this opportunity to be here. What we're doing in our office, so that people can get a understanding and hopefully feel comfortable with, and ask any questions that they might have. In the area of student involvement, we have two good projects coming up, and hopefully the schools will get involved in that. We have what's called a Capital Youth Day, where we invite students from across the state, and we send it out to all the schools to come down to the state capitol and spend a day, and they get to meet with their legislators. In addition to meeting with their legislators, they get a great tour of the capitol. We hold a little mock election down there where they get to vote and use the voting equipment. We do that day, and then we also have what's called Advocacy for Change Day, where we invite the people from the disabled community also to come down to the Capitol. And they get a chance to look at the Capitol and see it and meet with their legislators and discuss issues that are important to them. And if you haven't been down to the Capitol recently, we have a beautiful, beautiful state capitol. I'm sure you all know that, but I grew up in Des Moines and lived not too far from the Capitol as a young kid. And we used to go up there as young kids and climb up to the dome and run around the state house grounds there, but never took too much of it seriously. As I go back and work there every day, I really appreciate what a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful state capitol we have, and how beautiful the offices are and how nice they keep up those grounds. So we have a beautiful place for you to come and visit. And when you come down, make sure you come and visit the Secretary of State's office. We'd love to show you around our office.